So what were some of the things that you did leverage without going into an exhaustive list? And I know maybe even some things you aren't proud of now. Maybe
the
you're still
introduction to the book. In the book, I have these 20 life lessons that the CIA taught me. And some of them, I started writing that book sort of as a comedy, but I realized as I was writing it, no, this is real.
Yeah. It's just
and
the
some
tone
of it's
that's
not at all funny.
Yeah.
So, I'd say things like, the CIA said, admit nothing, deny everything, make counter accusations. Ha ha ha. I actually used that against the cops a couple of times. But there were a couple of things in there that were serious, like make others do your dirty work. Or, oh my gosh, there were so many. I talked about trickery. So in the introduction to the book, I say, people say I'm a nice guy. I like to think I'm a nice guy, but I can be an asshole. And sometimes you have to be an asshole, especially in prison, where it's a combination of 7th grade, Lord of the Flies, and a mental institution, which is true.
Perfect.
So in the introduction of the book, I talk about this guy that I call Wallace in the book. It's not hard to figure out who it is, but this guy had gone out with an A-list Hollywood star, an Academy Award winner household name. And he was just a con man, right? He was just a fraudster. He would steal her money and steal her friends' money. And he got caught and he went to prison. His father went to prison. They were just common con men.
Yep.
This guy never shut his mouth 24 hours a day, the whole time. And so I said to one of the Italians one day, I said, I'm this guy up. I've had enough. And he goes, are you crazy? You're going to go straight to solitary and you're going to be in there for 6 weeks and then they're going to send you to another prison. I said, I would never be so crude as to physically f him up. I said, watch and see what I do.
You underestimate me, sir.
Yes, you underestimate me, sir. So, this guy. I won't get into the background, but oh my God, I hated this guy so much. So, when you're being released from prison, they give you a sheet of paper called a merry-go-round. And all it is it's got a list of all the offices in the prison, and you have to go get a signature on your last full day. You don't need any signatures for real. It's just to keep you out of trouble that last day so you're not out there settling scores before you leave. So one of the Mexicans in my cell was getting released, and I said, Jose, can I borrow your merry-go-round? He said, sure. So I take it up to the library, I make a photocopy, I white out Jose's name and prisoner number. I make a clean copy, I type in Wallace's name and number, give Jose back his original. Then one of the Italians, I asked him to steal a laundry bag. Gives me the laundry bag. I wait until 5 o'clock on a Friday. I put the merry-go-round on Wallace's bed and the empty laundry bag. So Wallace comes in, like, hey guys. Hey Wallace. He goes over to his bed. He goes, I said, what? He goes, I'm going home. I said, what? It's a merry-go-round. I'm going home. He goes, I must have won my appeal. Nobody wins their appeal. I won. I go, oh my God, Wallace, congratulations. The Italian says, Wallace, let us have a party for you. Tomorrow night, we'll have a big party. He's like, I got to call my lawyer. He runs to the phones. Well, even fancy New York lawyers are gone by 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon.
Right.
He goes to the unit manager. He's long gone. He goes to the case manager. He's gone at 2 o'clock. So I said, Wallace, we got to celebrate all weekend.
This is terrible.
So he gives away all of his possessions because he doesn't need them anymore. He's going home. So we have this big going away party, big dinner Saturday night. Sunday, he's going around shaking hands with everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Monday morning, we all walk him down to receiving and discharge. So long, Wallace. Good luck, buddy. And he's like, you're all going to come on my yacht when you get out. We're going to cruise the Mediterranean. We're like, thank you, Wallace. The cop in R&D later told us the rest of the story. Wallace goes into R&D. The cop says, who are you? He says, I'm Wallace. What are you doing here? I'm going home. He hands him the merry-go-round. The cop looks at the merry-go-round. He says, turn around. You're under arrest. For what? Attempted escape. And they cuff him. He bursts into tears. They take him to solitary. He's in there for 6 weeks, and then they send him to a prison in Ohio for the rest of his term. They did not charge him with attempted escape. They didn't charge him with anything because they actually believed him when he said that he really believed he was being released.
Right. He got punked.
He got punked. And nobody knew who did it.
And ultimately, you got him out of your hair.
I did. And so a very senior captain in the Bonanno family came up to me and said, I can't believe you pulled that off. I said, I told you I was going to fuck him up. And now he's gone and done.
That's remarkable.